Hi guys, how are you? Great to be here as always. And today is 18th of February, Tuesday. Hope everyone's had a great day wherever you are. Big thank you to Jane yesterday for Monday Fun Day. Always eases us in nicely, doesn't it, to the Onpassive week. And big thank you for her coming along. Before I forget, no live tomorrow, Wednesday the 19th, as myself and Jane and my daughter and her husband, we're off to watch a football game at Aston Villa against Liverpool. So I won't have time to do that. So no live from me tomorrow, but I'll be back around on Thursday as well. So OES, how many of you have checked into your OES today? And the reason I'm asking this is to make sure that you are checking your back office on a daily basis. Tanya did a post this morning or earlier on today, reminding us all to log into our OES on a daily basis. And somebody had put, what's the point? There's been no update since November of last year. That's exactly my point. If you are logging into your ecosystem, you will know that the last update was on the 1st of January. And there has been subsequently other updates, obviously, through various people from our CEO, Ash Mufareh, but obviously not directly into our ecosystem. So, guys, please make sure that you are logging in to your ecosystem on a daily basis. I am going to reiterate this once again. It's very simple and it's very easy. That is where we get our information from. Anything else in any groups, in any videos, or anything like that, if it hasn't come through our CEO, Ash Mufareh, on a video, or it is not in our back office, then it is pure speculation. Okay, it is people's thoughts, it's our people's views, and it is not coming from either corporate or from our CEO, Ash Mufareh. Okay, very simple, guys. Okay, everything else is just hearsay and all the rest of it. Does this mean that what we do here is not true? Well, I don't know. It's speculation, but unless it is posted in our back office or it is from our CEO, then it has to be given the pinch of salt that it deserves. Okay. I am convinced 99.9% that part of the reason that our CEO is doing what he is doing is so that when we get the next version of Onpassive 2.0, whatever you want to call it, we are all going to be shocked in a good way. We're going to be amazed at what we have. I am convinced he does not want to allow speculation, leakages, or anything like that to undermine what he is doing as far as the relaunch of Onpassive. Okay, so please, guys, if you do see anything in any groups, if you do see videos that aren't from our CEO, Ash Mufareh, and it is not in our back office, okay, by all means, read it. By all means, take it in. By all means, speculate on whether it is true or not. But one thing's for sure is it is not 100% guarantee, is it? Because it's not in our back office and it is not come from our CEO, Ash Mufareh. Okay. Just a little bit of advice. Okay. Otherwise, people are going to run with it. People are going to bend the truth, okay, for their own gains. Okay. What did I have for you today? And that is the daily grind. We've all been there. We all know it. We've all suffered it, haven't we, in one way, shape, or form? But your daily grind is something that we all need to do on a daily basis to keep those oil-fired those cogs oiled on a daily basis to, I suppose, have a life in one way, shape or form. The daily grind is something that we don't necessarily enjoy doing. It's something that we have to do on a daily basis to survive, I suppose, to keep everything moving and everything going. Now, I'm not talking just about work here. I'm not talking about going out and earning money here. This is not necessarily everyone's daily grind, is it? If you are a person who is at home, then you are probably having your daily grind in a completely different manner. That daily grind is the chores of keeping a house, from cooking, cleaning, washing, ironing, making beds, getting meals ready, kids to school, all the rest of it. That's all part of your daily grind, isn't it? And why do you do it? You do it because to keep a good house, a good home, a family, and all the rest of it. We individually, if we are earners going to work for money, that is our daily grind that we have to endure so that we can literally put food on the table for ourselves and our family. This is why we go about our daily grind. But there's also other things that we should be doing as part of our daily grind. And that is giving ourselves a better opportunity than having to do that daily grind on a daily basis. What do I mean by this? Is that I've always taken the opinion of working 80% of the time on my daily grind and 20% of the time on myself and something that is going to give me more in the long run. I think it's really important to have time or make time to do something for yourself for the benefit not only of yourself, but also of your family. This is where your online gig comes in. Yes, I understand the daily grind of having to do your job to make the money or keep the house or keep the kids or whatever you may have to do as part of that daily grind. That is so important because that puts food on the table, it keeps a good house, etc. But I really do think that we also need to make sure that part of that routine, that daily grind of what we are doing is apportioned to betterment of yourself, i.e. what you are doing for your online business. Now, we have talked at length about what we can do right now to get our ducks in order for the next stage of Onpassive. And mark my words, guys, the more time that you spend on making sure that your business is in order, the better off you'll be in the long run, because you're not having to backtrack to get something done that you should have done because you haven't done it now because you either don't believe it's going to happen or you're going to wait and see or whatever. That's absolutely fine if that is your mentality. But don't come crying if you are left behind and other people are way forward from you. Don't come crying when you don't know how to do it because you haven't spent time looking or researching something. You know, this is the time when you should understand your ecosystem absolutely 100% completely without any shadow of a doubt. You shouldn't have to ask questions. For instance, I can't log in. What do I have to do to reset my password? That should never be a question that anybody at the moment has to ask. Why? You should know how to reset your password. And guess what? If you don't, why haven't you found out how to do it? Why haven't you looked into it? You know, these are the sort of things that you should be doing right now so that you are not going to get left behind when we get going. For instance, you should know how to navigate your online wallet within the ecosystem. You should know where the individual things are. You should know, where do I have to go to make a withdrawal of funds if I need to? How many of you know where to do that and how to do that? It's all in your ecosystem. This is where you should be spending your time to make sure that you know how to do all these things, so that when the time comes, you're not having to ask a question because you haven't been bothered to do that part of your business for yourself, because you're going to wait for somebody else to tell you how to do it. Like I've said, I am going to help as many people as possible on their journey within Onpassive, or any other online journey for that matter. But one thing I'm going to make sure is that mine's okay first. All right? I'm looking after me first, and then I'm going to help other people. I'm going to make sure that my online business is all tickety-boo. We're working okay. Things are moving along nicely. And then I'm going to circle back round to make sure those who haven't come up to speed will come up to speed, okay, in their own time and all the rest of it. But one thing's for sure, don't come crying to me to say that I don't know how to do it when you've had ample time to learn how to do it yourself. Okay, that is what I'm saying. I'm not having a go at anybody. I'm not belittling anybody by saying what I'm saying here now. What I'm trying to do is to ensure that we are all on those starting blocks, ready to go. Okay, everything's done, everything's in order, and then we can go on to our next stage. So when our CEO says on this date or whenever it's going to be, we are going to hit the button, 2.0, next phase of Onpassive is going to go live here. Okay, this is what you need to do. Okay, you'll need to click here, log in there, all of these sort of things. This is what will happen. And you need to go, okay, I've got that. Click here, I've logged in there. This is what I'm seeing. And then we will get the instructions, and we'll be able to move along as we are told what to do. Am I advocating that we are all on the same level as far as knowledge is concerned? No, I'm not. But what I am advocating is that we've all got time on our hands as far as Onpassive is concerned at the moment, haven't we? Okay, and we need to put a little bit of that daily grind into place, that 20% that you should be putting aside for your own business. Onpassive is going to happen. That's my belief. I've told you time and time again that Onpassive is the only thing for me. I am still as confident. I am still behind the project, the outcome of what Onpassive is going to do for so many people. And until there's a time when I know for sure and I see for sure, or I'm told or whatever, then I am still going to push this as hard as I possibly can. Why am I doing it? Because I know it gives me the best chance to succeed within this business by me doing what I do. Okay, that is why I do what I do, not only to help you guys, but also to help myself. And we should all be doing that. Remember, the more that you help somebody else, the more that it helps you in the long run as well. There has to be this fine balance, okay, between looking after yourself, but also looking after others. You can't just focus 100% on somebody else if it's at the detriment of your own business. You need to make sure your business is okay first, and then you can help other people as well. But doesn't mean to say that you don't help anybody, okay? We can all make time to make sure that we are all going in the right direction. Anyway, guys, I thought I would bring that to the table today, okay? Make sure, okay, that we do spend a little bit of time knowing that everything is okay. All right? I don't want people saying, I haven't checked my back office in a month. I don't know how to do this, and I don't know how to do that. Okay. If somebody comes to me saying that, I'm going to go, well, you're going to have to hang on a bit. Okay. I've got important things that I need to be doing with my business first. I'll come and help you when I can. All right. I don't want anybody to be in that situation. I want people to know where they're at with their own business. I want people to come with me on day one going, click here, log in there, download this if we need to. I don't know what the scenario is going to be. Okay. But what I want is people to come through the process nice and easily. When we're told what to do, we go, yep, got that, click there. This opens up. I can look around here. This is all new. And don't forget, guys, if all this new stuff, all right, I am going to be picking the bones out of it all. I'm going to be breaking it down for you so that you know what is there, so that you can navigate it and all the rest of it. All right. But I'm going to make sure that I'm first, and then I'm going to come along and say, all of you lot, okay, this is what you need to do. That's where you need to go, etc. Anyway, thanks very much, guys, for coming on today. Remember, no live tomorrow. Okay, be back around on Thursday. I'll let you know how the football game went. Let's fingers crossed for Liverpool to win as well at Aston Villa tomorrow night, 7:30 p.m. That's it from me. Bye for now.